Am I starting at 9:30 anyway? Yes, yes I am. Because I'm going to start this live stream at 9:30 on Friday, 9:30 p.m. Friday Eastern Standard, and that's the last time I get to say standard for a while. From here on out, it's going to be daylight, but Eastern Daylight Time. This is when I start it, whether I'm ready or not. So here we go. Hi everybody who's here. Let's see if I have any messages. Hey Mary Alice, good to see you here. Yay! I know other people are here. There are 7 people watching. It just popped up for you. I mean, I've been live for like 30 seconds now and just popped up for everybody else. But here we go. This is the stuff that I'm going to do today. And I just found out today that there is a card thing called ATC. And when it was mentioned in the Chatty Crafty group, and it was mentioned by 2 different people, the first time I thought it was just a typo, but then it got mentioned by another person, so I went and looked it up. Apparently it stands for Artist Trading Cards, and they're half of a 5x7 card. So it's like 1/4, you get 4 of them out of a 5x7. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting up this 5x7 card, and I'm going to see if I can make 8 of these ATC cards tonight with the stuff that you see in front of you. I mean, these are different things that I bought at the different Ollies, so I'm going to do that. Hey, Amira, good to see you. Valerie is in the house. So we've got New York in the house. Valerie, my brain is forgetting where you're from, but I know that Florida's in the house, New York is in the house, and Valerie, whatever state, I apologize for forgetting. My brain is mush. My brain is serious mush. It's been a hard few days, and it's been a hard few days for a lot of people, but this is one of the papers that I found recently, and it's acetate, but it's silver on that side and gold on that side, and I think that is stunning. Oh my gosh. I don't usually gravitate towards polka dots because there are people that are triggered by concentric symmetric holes like that, but I had to. Hey, Doris is in the house, so we've got another Florida in the house. So yes, so yeah, it's just stunning. I was shocked and amazed at how beautiful this piece of acetate is, and that'll go along with my little flower pieces of acetate that I got from the American Crafts vault. There are still things on sale at the American Crafts website. They're not as good a prices as they used to be, but there are still things on sale. If you go to the dots, the little slash marks in the upper left hand corner, and click on that, and then you go click by category, and you can go down to sale, and it'll show you some sale things, but the prices aren't as good as they were. So Virginia, all right, the state of denial, also known as Virginia. There you go. So we've got Virginia, we've got New York, and we've got Florida in the house, and it's so good to see everybody here today. And we've got lurkers, and lurkers are absolutely wonderful, and I absolutely appreciate all my lurkers too. I understand that if the only thing you have the spoons for is to lurk, I'm good with that. I truly am. Look at this. This is a really pretty piece of paper too, but look when it turns over. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Who just walked in? What are you doing in here, Goldilocks? You're supposed to be out with Daddy. Daddy's that way. Go to Daddy. Go to Daddy. Goldie is so funny, but look how beautiful these hearts are. Oh my gosh. I mean, look, I'm looking at them in the camera. I mean, it actually, I honestly have to say it looks better in the camera than it does in real life. These are beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then, no, that's paper left over from last time. And then I got these, and I bought these before, but I found them again, and I just had to because there's like 2 sheets in there. This is like 300 pieces for $1.50. Look at those. I'm going to use those tonight. I found some ephemera at one of the Ollies that I was at, so I'm going to use those. Kimmy Cat, hey, from Kentucky. New person in the house, a new member to the guild. Welcome, Kimmy Cat. We are so happy to have you here. Absolutely wonderfully happy to have you here, Kimmy Cat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are a very fun-loving bunch of people who get together for an hour and 15 minutes on Friday night and just have a grand time. We do. I got this. This was 79 cents, but I mainly got it for all of these beautiful little beads and things that they're sticky stuff. And it's got other papers in here that I can use in my crafting as well, but I basically got it for that. I mean, 79 cents for those little accoutrements and those little embellishments. And, oh, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Copper is probably my favorite metallic. I'm going to take probably out. Copper is my favorite metallic. I don't know why, but I absolutely love copper. And this entire pack, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I was like, oh, angels were singing when I saw this. And I might have to admit that I bought more than one for me. Yeah, I did. I bought more than one. In fact, I bought more than 2 for me. In fact, I bought more than 3 for me. In fact, you can double that. I'm not kidding. They're beautiful. I absolutely love copper. This is going to go in a place of importance and pride in my craft room. I can't. I just love it. I so love this copper. It is so beautiful. And what makes it even better is that these pages are double-sided. Oh, double-sided. Do you see that? Do you see this beautiful paper? Oh my gosh, this stuff is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Oh, okay, no, I'm not silly. I'm not goofy. Nope, nope, nope. That's not me. That's not something that I can be accused of. Nope, definitely not. But look at how beautiful this paper is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, put some of that with some of that and get some multiple dot action going. Oh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Look at these. Oh, I'm so enthralled by these. I really am. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm going to go through every piece of this and show it to you all the way through. I really am. This is so stinking gorgeous. Look at the cut apart pages. Even the cut apart pages are foiled with copper. Oh my goodness gracious. This side's probably never going to get used because I got the cut aparts on the other side, and then it looks like it's repeating. Yeah, oh no, there's a new one right there. Look at that. Ooh, look at the little dots. Oh, I love it so much. Who's behind me? Who is that? Hi, Baby Bear. You want to get up on your bed? Baby Bear is in the house, and look everybody, look at Baby Bear's back. His back is starting to grow back from where Brucey damaged him like 3 months ago. So I'm really happy to see that his fur is growing back. You know, there used to be a lot more skin showing there, so that's really cool. All right, Baby Bear, buttski-upski. Gotta get up in your bed. There you go. Bloop, 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 bloop. There you go. Good boy. Yes, you are my baby. Okay, so back to the paper. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm going to be using some of this in the crafting tonight because I can't not. Nope, you have to stay in your bed. I know you want to be down where Mommy is, but you have to stay in your bed. No, you have to stay in your bed. Go ahead and lay. No. You silly. Oh, look at that one. Oh my gosh. I skipped a page, but you get the idea. And there's that. This is the last one. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Oh, okay. So what people's copper looks great with pink? Yes, you're right. Kelly Copper does look great with pink. Hi, Elena. Welcome to the house. Elena. Oh, I should know. I think Elena's Virginia. Noted Kelly. Amira. It says, agreed, copper so beautiful. Good evening, everyone. How is everybody? Hi, Sweet Sue. Welcome back. Good to see you again, Chris. Good to see you in the house. And I'm assuming you're in Connecticut because it says Connecticut in your name. Let's see if I missed any other comments. No. Okay. All right, Baby Bear, you have to move. Mommy's got crafting to do. Mommy's going to sit here and make some ATC cards because Mommy just found out that these things exist and she wants to make some. But you have to go up in your bed or you're going to be floored. Yep, it's bed or floor. No, it's not lay down in the middle of the crafting supplies. That's not an option. No, Baby Bear, not an option. You're so cute. You're so cute. I know. Mommy went into the void so she could get stuff out of the car before this, and now you're upset with Mommy because Mommy was in the void. I know. Come on. I know, Lovey Buggy. Come on, Love Bug. You got to get up in your bed. You're in Mommy's way. We've had this discussion every time. You get to stay in here with Mommy if you stay in your bed. Mommy has to have workplaces to do stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm going to start with tonight. I'm going to start making these ATC cards. And of course, I haven't cut the pens. Oh, look at that. I found those. Like I needed markers. No, Baby Bear, you have to stay up there. Oh, Baby Bear's going to be a butt today. Baby Bear's about to get himself floored. You're about to get yourself floored. I know you want to be with Mommy. I know you're upset with Mommy because Mommy put you in Mommy didn't put you in anything. Mommy went to the void because she went outside, and you hate it when Mommy goes into the void. I know. And then Mommy took away your nummy. I know. Mommy took away your nummy. Your kitty caviar got taken away big time and dispatched and flushed. You are so cute, and you are so in the way. Welcome, Kimmy. Hi, Doris. Thanks for the welcome. Hi, Chris. Good evening, all. Hi, Elena, Kelly, Kimmy, Sue, Chris. All right, so this is what it's like for us. I mean, this is completely, for those of you that are new and you're sitting here watching me looking at my cat, and this is pretty much what it is. This is very much seat of my pants crafting. I try out new things. This is in real time testing things and seeing what things are like, and all my live streams are like this. So if you want to go back and watch some of my other live streams to see other things that I have tested, they're usually pretty funny. You're gonna get floored. Baby man, I don't want to floor you. I know you want to be near me, but you have to sleep in your bed. You cannot lay down here. Baby man, you are being such a butt. You are being such a butt. You're being such a butt. And I think you know you're being a butt. But hey, look, he's giving you his face. He so rarely shows you his face. Enjoy his face for just a moment, and then he's going to go away. All right, last try. You're going to get in your bed. You come down from your bed again. You're being floored. Okay, so here we go. All right, so. Oh, good, he's laying down that time. I think he got the impression that mommy was being serious this time. All right, I got to get this stuff out of my way. I'm going to make these ATC cards. Like I said, I have never heard of ATC cards, and I looked them up. They've been around since 1996 or 1997. I've found sources that say both, but basically 30 years these things have been around. Now, I've never heard of them. So I've got all these different techniques and tips and tricks and things that I can use. I've got my heat gun. I've got my mink foiler. I've got everything over here with me. Is my heat gun turned? Yeah, my heat gun's plugged in. I've got everything over here with me. I'm just going to make some of these cards and see how we do with that. So he said, I am the most important thing on this desk, Mommy. Well, Valerie, you're absolutely right. He is the most important thing on this desk. But Mommy has things she has to do because I don't think anybody, well, I could be wrong. I mean, it's quite possible that people wouldn't mind an entire hour of me petting my baby bear. It's quite possible that people would actually love that, but that's not what's happening today. We're going to do these today. And he's getting up. And he's going to make a craft avalanche. He's going to make it. There you go. He made it. Okay, he decided he didn't want to stay in his bed, and he knew that I was going to floor him, so he jumped down on his own. All right, here we go. Oh, trying to avoid a craft avalanche over here. So here we go. I'm going to first cut this in half because the line is there for me to cut it in half right on. So I'm just going to line it up on the edge of that and cut that in half. But now I got to cut it into pieces. So this is going to be cut in half this way. So it's going to be 3.5 in this direction. Dun, 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 dun. And I know I have to keep saying the numbers out loud or I'll forget where I am. So 3.5 in that direction. And then 2.5 in this direction to make them the size that they're supposed to be. So these are supposed to be what are called ATC cards, which is artist transfer. Oh, I looked it up and I can't remember what artist trading cards. They're artist trading cards. So artist trading cards are apparently this size right here, which is 2.5 by 3.5, which is 1/4 of a 5x7 card. So that's what we're going to do. I've got some there and I'm going to make some more. And we're just going to sit here and play with all the materials and supplies that I have and see what happens when I do this, because it's just going to be a fun night of just sitting here and crafting. If you have suggestions, by all means, put them into the chat, because I will indeed look at your suggestions. I do read my chat as I'm going. I don't know if I ever get more than 100 people in my chat. That might become more difficult. But right now, it's just a really nice small group of people, a small group of friends just sitting here crafting and chatting and having a great time. I have never heard of them either. Oh, good. So Kelly hasn't heard of them either. Good to know I'm not the only one. You know, 30 years it's been around. Never even heard of it. It's so crazy. I agree, Elena. And I'm supposed to be crocheting something, but this dog thinks differently. I love getting my dog fix because I can't really have a dog these days. Oh, you're getting a dog fix. Yay, Elena. Enjoy the dog fix. The crocheting can wait. I mean, it really can. It's when I was a teacher, I always referred to it as the live kid dead tree conundrum. You know, I was more likely to do something that directly affected the mental, physical, and emotional and educational well-being of a live kid than I was ever going to be to fill out a piece of paperwork. Because, you know, the live kids deserve more. This is one of the things that I wanted to talk about in this one. These are actually thumbtacks. But the reason that I picked these up, and I specifically picked these up for card making, I did not pick these up to use them as thumbtacks, and I'm poking myself with them because I'm trying to get just one out, but they're in here upside down. So I'm sitting here poking myself with the tacky part of these, or is it the thumb part? No, it's the tack part. But I'm trying to get one out because I want to show you what I want to do with these, because I've seen this on a couple of channels where they do this, where they take this. All right, so you've got the little piece here. And then they take a pair of pliers, which I may or may not have next to me. But what they do is they bend the piece off. So the tack part goes away. And I'm just bending it right now because I don't have a pair of pliers next to me. That's another thing that I should have had out in front of me, but I didn't. So I'm just bending it against my craft board right now, trying to get the piece to come off. And my little silicone mat probably doesn't appreciate the fact that I'm doing this against my little silicone mat, but it will get over it. And if it doesn't, it will be, you know, replaced. I really do need to get a piece of silicone to use with my embossing folders in my embossing machine. I've only found about, in the last 2 years, I met someone at Bottom of the Bin, and she has a channel where her main craft is so she does ATC Thursdays. Okay, so her main craft is artist trading cards. That's cool, Doris. Be very careful. They can go flying. Protect your eyes. You know, that's a very good point. Okay. All right, Elena, I got my safety glasses, which aren't really safety glasses. They're magnifying glasses, but they will have the same function there. Yeah, Elena, you are pre-planning. It's because Elena knows me well. Elena's been in enough of these to know, oh, Chatty's going to hurt herself. Yep, here we go. Here's the accident. It's coming. Oh, was it Elena? I think it was Elena that had a really cool idea. Oh, well, look at that. The thing's coming off. I may not have to do that. Ooh, even better. Look at that. The little thing came off. And it's got adhesive on it. Cool. There. Look at that. That's even better. So this thumbtack, I don't even actually have to do that. I can, and then when I do take this pin off of there, I'll have a nice little flattened metal thing. That's even better than I was expecting it to be. So I can pull these things off because they're adhesive, and I can stick them down as embellishments, and then I can cut the, or wiggle the, use metal fatigue to wiggle the thing off when I have pliers in front of me, and use this little piece also as a embellishment on a card. That is too cool. I love that. Sorry, it's been a minute, been down 100 different rabbit holes. Hi, Wynette, no worries. Going down rabbit holes is always something fun to do on the internet. I mean, it really is. There have been times that I have found out some amazing things going down rabbit holes, but somehow ATCs is not one of the things that I found out about going down a rabbit hole. But anyway, that's what I bought these out for. I wanted to show you my idea with these, and these are even better than I thought because I get to take the piece off and use the little metal that's that's left behind. And then if I were to do any smelting, I would have the little piece of metal that goes with that. But what I'm actually going to do with those is I'll probably collect them in a jar like this, and then I will recycle them in the jar. And I would use a glass jar for that because then the jar itself could also be easily recycled. So that would keep them safe because I don't want those to end up in my feed. I don't want them to end up in the cat's paws. The emergency room gets a break tonight. Yes, Elena, the emergency room gets a break tonight. Just doubled my investment. Indeed, Doris, and I had no idea I was going to be able to do it. Hi from Delaware. Hey, Sherry, thank you so much for the spoons. I really appreciate it. It's been a hard week, and I don't think I'm the only person that says that. I mean, if you're following me on Facebook, you see that I was thumbing through my feed and noticed that an awful lot of people were saying that they had really bad days on Thursday. So, you know, it's been a hard week for a lot of people. Just in time. Elena, it's early yet. Yes, Valerie. Yes, it's early yet. But that was the most dangerous thing I think I was going to do today. We'll see. I am planning on using my heat gun at some point, so there's that too. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one right here. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to start with something pretty run-of-the-mill basic kind of thing. I just need to grab a stamp that has something interesting to do with it, and that's not a good one. No, that one's too detailed. I don't want anything that detailed and ornate. Nope, I have 9 million stamps in front of me and can't find one that I want to use. Oh, goodness gracious. And I'm probably not exaggerating too much when I say 9 million. I have so many stamp sets, it's not even funny. Some of them have the things that go with them, some of them don't. What's these? Oh, little monsters. Okay, we'll do little monsters. These are cute. Apparently this is supposed to be a Christmas theme one, but I like the little monsters. We're going to do the little monsters. Got to get past the icky stick. Ooh! We should take bets on football games. We should start a pool on injuries. Yes. See, that's what I was starting to say, Elena. It was you that had the idea. Elena mentioned having this idea where you get together as a group, and it would be so perfect to do this in the Chatty Crafty Facebook group, where right before the live stream, or like the day before the live stream, you start putting in there what kind of bets, what's going to happen during the live stream, because something always happens during my live stream. And then Elena mentioned sending a card to the winner who comes up with the thing that happens in the Facebook group, you know, a homemade card. And then if there's more than one thing that comes up in the Facebook group, if more than one thing happens, then, you know, cards to everybody who got it right. But giveaways are a lot easier to do on Facebook than they are to do on YouTube. There are a ton of rules and regulations that have to be followed to do giveaways on YouTube. And I have to admit that I'm not exactly positive that I'm doing them all absolutely correctly, but I am absolutely trying to. I really am. I think I have followed every rule that they have, but the page for the rules is like endless, which is why I have 20 rules on my giveaway videos when I do that. You don't have to do that on Facebook. I'm going to try doing some whatchamacallit, embossing on this too. Where's my embossing powder? Oh no, Doris gave me the perfect thing to do with embossing powder and I haven't put it together yet. Oh no, she gave me this really cool little container that was like this big. If I remember correctly, she said she got it from Dollar Tree, but it was like the perfect thing to put my embossing powder in and I haven't done it yet. And I would like to point out that my Cricut light is not up yet and there are a bunch of other things that have not been done yet, but we're going to try this. I'm going to try putting this down and embossing this. And since this is clear embossing powder, I can use any color ink that I want to, but I'm going to be doing it on this blue paper, so I want something that's going to be nice on the blue paper. So let's see what color this is. That's dark blue. Let's not do that one. What color is this? Cyan? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. What color is this one? Green blue. Oh, we'll do a green blue. That sounds pretty. We can do a bingo type game, injury, spill, burn, cat appearance. You're right, Elena. That would work. Yep, we could do that. We could definitely do that because, I mean, there are so many different bingo cards that y'all could create for this. I mean, absolutely, positively, so many different bingo cards. Because I'm a mess when I craft, but I have fun and I'm authentic and I love the authenticity of this. I really, really do. I think that it's very important to be your authentic self, and that's something that I will keep saying over and over again. All right, so there we go. Ooh, I got these from Temu, these stamps from Temu, and that stamped beautifully well. And look, I did remember to put the paper underneath my embossing powder. Look at that. But of course, I didn't do the thingy. The oh, what am I? Anti-static pad. It's like, what am I trying to come up with? Why can't I come up with this name? And again, I'm going to be very, very. Oh, nope. There's a little spot of water on there, so let's do it this way. Try and get all of that back into the container so that it doesn't get all over everything. All right, so here we go. So there is the embossing powder done. And now let's put the embossing thingy on it. It might sound goofy, but what is embossing powder? I'm old. Oh, Annette, that's not a problem. There's nothing goofy. There are no goofy questions. I mean, today I found out about something that's existed for 30 years. Absolutely no goofy questions, but it's this stuff right here. And WOW is one of the brands, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but WOW is one of the brands that is one of the most notable brands of them. But there are a lot of different people who make it. And what you do is you get a stamp and you put it down. I am not actually sure that this actually put embossing powder on it because this is textured card. But what should happen is I turn on my heat fan. This is my little heat gun here, and it comes out really hot really quick. So this is what they were saying about me burning myself, but it should melt the embossing powder. And instead it looks more like it's melting the card, not the embossing powder. I'm not actually sure there's any embossing powder on this. Oh, there's a little right there. I can see a little bit, but if you see the little bit of color change right there, that's what it does. I do have noob with a heat gun as one of my videos. Oh, there it goes. Okay, now we're really melting it. Ow, I'm burning myself. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. All right, so, but you see it changed color and it got brighter because all of this embossing powder melted. It's kind of like plastic melting into place after you put it on there. So it's a really cool effect. And another thing about embossing things like this, once you've done that, and don't burn your thumbs with it, I really should have tweezers to hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I do have tweezers to hold on to it. I just wasn't using them because I'm goofy. Oh, I don't know where my tweezers are. I really don't. They're here somewhere. This is chatty crafty style crafting. It really is. But now it's got this little sheen on it right there. I got the camera in the right place. So you've got the little sheen. And the thing that I was saying is what makes this really cool is now that I've got that on there, the ink that's underneath is locked in place. So it won't bleed. The ink won't bleed if I get it wet again. This is something that's really cool with that. Crazy for copper. Some people just don't understand. I agree with you, Erica. Oh, Erica Cole. That's a new name. Hi, Erica. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. Welcome to our fun little group that gets together every Friday night and just does some silly crafting. And tonight it is ATC because I never knew they existed. So I had 4 minutes for her to set stuff on fire. She's a chemistry teacher though, so it's fair. Yeah, I know. Oh, I used to set stuff on fire in my classroom, but that was intentional. And then these, oh my gosh, I put these as links. These are, there are like a few products that are linked into this video. And if you do use one of the links in this video, I do get a teeny tiny commission out of it. But these are definitely cheaper on Temu. And if you look at my video, was it last Friday? I think last Friday is the day that I tested these. I tell you how to get these for almost free. free. So if you go to my last Friday live stream and watch that, you can see how to get these for almost free. But these are such beautiful, beautiful pens. You can use my link at the bottom, but I will not at all be offended if you choose to use the Temu link that the Temu information that I gave you in the video last Friday. So I'm going to just try coloring this guy in. I'm going to make him yellow. I don't know why, I just am. So I'm going to try coloring this guy in and making him yellow. And you can see now that the stuff is embossed, the ink from the pad, the ink from the ink pad doesn't run. It just sits there right where I want it to be. And I'm going over some of the ink pad lines. But one of the things about having it embossed is once I let this dry, I should be able to wipe it off of the embossed part, like it's a resist. A form of a resist so that it does that. But look how beautiful these pens are. Oh my gosh, I love these pens. Yes, I do. I go with the flow doors. Reaches over for the watercolor water, extinguishes the flame and rolls right on. No, I would reach for the spritzer. Spritzer. Valerie knows the spritzer. And we've gotten to know each other's personality. And if you stick around with us for a while, we'll know your personality too. And we welcome you in our little chatty, crafty group. It's just a fun, it really is just a fun relaxation time for doing some crafting. And I take suggestions from the guild. In fact, I put on my Facebook group, which is linked in this description. I put on my Facebook group this morning that I had no idea what I was going to do for the live stream tonight. And people jumped in with these suggestions on what to do. And I love the fact that we just got together and we decided what was going to happen. But now I'm using a slightly darker color to put a little bit of a shadow on this guy. And I'm not good with painting and shadow and stuff like that. I'm really not. I just go with what looks good. Like, was it Doris that said I go with the flow? Or maybe it was Valerie that said I would go with the flow. But that's really what I do. I just go with the flow. You know, I'm just putting in a little bit of extra oomph and extra little bit of color and pizzazz. And I'm just doing what feels right for me. And that's the way I craft. It really and truly is the way I craft. Okay, so now I'm going to take out this white. And this is something that we didn't try when I tried these the first time, is we're going to sit there and we're going to try this and we're going to put it on the beard. And yes, I talk fast, okay? I need to point out to people that yes, I sound like I've taken more caffeine than any 8 people should. But a lot of that is because I have anxiety disorder and panic disorder. I am truly very, very deeply in touch with all of my mental health issues, which have made me a shut-in. I've been a shut-in for over almost 3.5 years now. Over 3 years, almost 3.5 years that I've been a shut-in. And my anxiety right now is through the roof, but I do these because they also give me spoons. It's one of those things where it's anxiety producing to do them, but I think I would be worse off if I didn't. And one of the things that I say in my channel, one of the little mantras that I use for my channel is that this is aliving loudly. I mean, I am legitimately here through chronic and acute trauma. 3.5 years, almost 3.5 years ago, I suffered the last acute trauma that turned me into a shut-in. And now I'm here and now I do this. And I do this because I have been through HE double hockey sticks my entire life. The only respite I ever got from that was college, and college was fantastic. But before college, it was my mother. After college, it was people being just awful to me because I'm autistic, and people just used that as an excuse to be ostracizing and awful and mean to me. And you know, I've been through it. I've been through it all. I have been through it all. January 26th on my page, Chatty Crafty, I list the Cliff Notes version of everything that's happened to me. If you want to go see what's happened, trigger warning, it is triggery, but it's there if you want to read it. And I do this because I have been there, I have done that, and I am aliving loudly. That's what I call this. I am aliving loudly, and I'm aliving loudly in the hopes that others don't unalive quietly. And that's really what one of the things that I believe in doing this. You know, I've been there, I've done that. I have multiple t-shirts to go along with it, but I'm still here and I'm going to stay, and I want you to stay too. And that's point blank. That's just the way it is. Taking a collection to send a fire extinguisher, safety goggles, heat gun with safety guard, tongs and heat gloves, maybe even a fire blanket we might put on the local fire department on speed dial. Yeah, well, you will be thrilled to know that there is a fire extinguisher hanging in the hallway. And there is a fire extinguisher hanging in the kitchen. So you will be thrilled to know that. And yes, we have fire alarms. What are they called? The things that hang on your roof, their ceiling, and smoke detectors. That's what they're called. They're called smoke detectors. We do also have smoke detectors, so you'll be thrilled to know that. Bless your sweetheart. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Thank you, Wynette. I do appreciate that. It's part of my past. And it just, people say, you know, everything that makes you stronger. You know what? I would be perfectly happy to have not gone through that and still have been me. Because in other videos I've mentioned, though, I have two memories that existed before the trauma started. And I would really like to be the person in the second memory. And I'm not that person because of all the trauma that happened afterwards. So I'm just saying, when people say, yes, but all the trauma made you stronger. Yeah, but I would be better off if I hadn't had all the trauma. Thank you very much. But people don't look at it that way. It's like, you know, it's one of those things. Life was hard for me. I don't want it to be hard for other people. I don't want other people to learn lessons from what I've learned. I want people to have better lives than I did. And I've never really understood the concept of, yes, but you learned your lesson. You're a better person for it. Yeah, but I could have done without it. Thanks. Anyway, that's my soapbox. Absolutely so want one of those blanket. Amen to that, CC. I'd rather have not gone through it either. Yeah, see, exactly. You know, people sit there from the outside looking in and go, but, oh, you're such a strong person. It's like, yeah, you know what I could do with a little weakness. Thank you very much. If it meant that I didn't go through what I had to go through. But look at that. Isn't that just a... Oh, I'm not done yet. Hold on. I need to color up his present. I'm going to make his bow red. There we go. Get some red on this bow here. A nice little red ribbon on the bow. And then I'm going to see if the resist actually works. If I can actually wipe off all the other color from this, from using the embossing ink or the embossing powder on there. My best friend and I just had a symbol conversation yesterday. Elena, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, yes, I made it through to the other side. Yes, I am a strong person, sort of, because of it. I mean, I am a shut-in. How exactly strong am I? But yes, all of that. But you know what? I would still rather be the 4-year-old that was wandering through the garden, picking dandelions and smelling them and throwing them on a box going, look, the dandelions are welcoming us. I would rather be that person. But I'm not that person because of everything that happened to me after that. I'm just saying, that's just me. Okay, I'm soapboxing now, but yeah, so we're back to crafting. See, it's called Chatty Crafty for a reason, okay? I mean, I chat and I craft, and I do a lot of the chat part of this. Isn't that so cool? I love that. Now let's test the resist thing. I need a tissue or something. I need something papery. I don't want to use anything. Well, I'll use my finger. What the heck? But I should be able to wipe the color off of the embossing powder, and it's not coming off. But that also might be because this is a textured paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very definitely a textured paper. But that is so cool. So I made my very first ATC. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. You know what? I'm going to do this. CC ATC 0001. There we go. This is my very first ATC card. That one right there. CT ATC 0001. And it's so cute. I mean, that really is freaking adorable. It is a cute little monster stamp. And like I said, the stamps look like they're supposed to... Oh, I lost them. Man, anybody see what oh, there they are. That's another thing that happens all the time in my crafting. They've got little, it's like, have a nice one, don't peek yeti, the York so cool, cool hands, warm heart. And what's this one say? That one says Merry, and this one says Christmas. So this is very definitely a Christmas stamp set. Look, the little Yeti is so happy with the little deer, and then there's the deer. It's a really cute little stamp set. And like I said, I got this for pennies from Temu, and I absolutely love it. It is a really cool little stamp set. I lost my stamp block. Oh, Chatty, what are we gonna do with you? Oh my goodness gracious. There it is, found it. So I need to clean that off too. Where is my bottle? Oh, I don't have one in there. Hold on, I have to get another wet wipe because I don't have one in my bottle, so apparently I used it up that time. So here we go. Open the wet wipes and get out this. Let's see. We always say we are in a club we wish we didn't have to be in and wouldn't wish it on anyone. Yes, exactly. although it's good to have the support of those who understand what we go through. That's exactly right. Oh my gosh, you are so absolutely right on that. I was at a staff development once, and the person who was talking, probably some famous dude, I don't know, I don't remember who it was, but talking about people having languages. And there are languages that some people have and other people's don't. And trauma survivors, we have a language that we can speak to each other that nobody else would understand. Another example that he used was the language of people who were awake and cognizant and aware on 9/11/2001, because there's an awful lot of people. I mean, you can be almost 25 years old and not have been alive when that happened. And so there's a language that we have about how we felt during that other people just don't have. Another one is my husband was in a war zone. And if you've never had somebody that you care very deeply about in a war zone, you don't understand, and you can never understand. So there's a language there that I speak that other people don't. Cancer survivors, there's another language that people speak that other people just don't. People who have been firefighters for years and years and years, that's another example. So yeah, I mean, it's absolutely true. Ain't that the truth? Stamps are the only thing that I have had trouble with from Temu. I have a great success with their dice. Oh, Brenda Kennedy. Ooh, look, another new person in the house. Yay. Hi, Brenda. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. We're just a bunch of fun-loving people who get together on Friday night and craft like this. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've bought almost all of my craft supplies from either Ollies or Temu. Those are the two places that I get everything from. And you're right, some of the stamps are total garbage. I'm with you on that one. But when I started buying from Temu, I started buying 3 years ago, because it was the first thing that I did when I was a shut-in. It was the first reaching out to the outer world that I did when I became a shut-in, was I started shopping online at Temu, and I got really good at it. But I got to the point where this probably cost me a penny. I might have paid 99 cents for it. So I never advertise that I'm going to talk about how to get good deals from Temu, but if you go back and watch some of my live streams, you can sit there and figure out some of the ways that I've gotten some exceptionally good stuff for free. And I am not talking about that stupid water the plant game. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't water the plants. Don't feed the fish. It's stupid. But there are a lot of really good ways. And none of the ways that I have mean that you have to put in some code that helps me too. That's not the way it works with me. I give you just straightforward ways to get really good deals on Temu, but I never advertise that I am, because it would be so easy for them to change their code, their computer code, and knock me out of the stacking things that I'm doing. So, go back and watch some of my Temus. What are those pen calls again? They are called Joy of Art. That's not right. Hold on. Thinking about it, considering the possibility of maybe telling you. I don't have the original box. There it is. These are the same brand. That's Just Art. JUSART. That's what they're called. And these are the acrylic ones that are brush tip, and I got the ones that don't have the nib tip. This is a personal preference. You buy what you like. I'm not even going to consider telling you how to spend your money, because that is so not my place. But my personal preference is to use the ones where I know all the ink is going to come out of the brush tip, because I far prefer the brush tips to the nib tips. So I usually try and find them. If I can get them with just brush tip, I do. If I have to have a nib tip, I still get those, because I have a marker. I have a marker fetish. Let's just put it out there. Let's just call it exactly what it is. I have a marker fetish. I love markers. I think they're amazing. I think they're the best thing ever. I think that they are the most versatile and useful little thing, and I probably have well over 2,000 markers at this point. Did I say that out loud? I did. Oh my goodness. That might actually be a low estimate. Oh, I went from 32 to 25 like that. Oh dear, what happened to all my... Well, apparently I wasn't for them. Okay. Elena, I've made a live once, but watch lots of the replays. I've made a live only once, but watched lots of the replays. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Not gotten the stamps, but it just started with the die cuts. Brenda, well, welcome. We have so much fun. Welcome to the group. Addiction, a marker addiction. Okay. All right. You're right, Valerie. You're right. It's not a fetish. I knew I was saying it wrong, but my brain wouldn't give me the right word. It's one of those autism things where my brain's sitting there going, no, you can't have the right word. I'm not going to give it to you. You're right, Valerie. It's a marker addiction. Thank you. Anyway, this is something that I was also going to say. When I use my little wet wipes and things like that, I stick them in a pill bottle because I can use this wet wipe for about a week, and eventually it's to the point where it's got too much ink in it to use, or it's just been used too many times and needs to be thrown away. But instead of going through one wet wipe, a crafting session, I now get 3 or 4 crafting sessions out of a wet wipe, and it's really good. Potato, 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 potato. Yeah, there you go. See, I just picked up the Inkjoy pens, haven't used them yet, but wondering, do they come in fine point? I like extremist fine points. No, not that I know of, Elena. The only Inkjoy pens that I have ever seen have been the standard ballpoint pens. So not that I know of. I'm not going to say no because I don't know everything, but not that I know of. I've only ever seen them with the standard ballpoint pen, but they're still so wonderful. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I don't know. I just, once you've used them, you know, make your own decision on them. But please let us know what you think of an Inkjoy pen once you've used it. I use the white bottle trick. Works great. Yay, Kelly. Good, good, good. Temu is a great place to find extremely fine point pens. Yes, they do have. In fact, I have a set somewhere because I bought yet another set of markers from Temu because I'm just, hello, my name's Chatty. I have a marker addiction. Hi, Chatty. But I bought one that goes from like 0.01 all the way up to like 3 millimeters. So 0.01 millimeter all the way up to 3 millimeters. It's a set of 12 and it's really cool, but I don't know where they are right now. Let's see about these. These say, what do these say? These say that they are 12 vibrant colors, dye-based ink, quick drying, non-toxic, Arteza. Let's see about these. I bought these, I don't know, ages ago. Hey, Brenda ran in there with the hey Chatty. That's so cool. I love that, Brenda. That's just amazing. Go back in the chat to my last post. Addiction, marker addiction. Yep, I see it. I saw it. I saw it. But anyway, I always have problems with these things. I really do. The icky, sticky things and these pull things that have to be pulled apart. I have so much trouble with them. But luckily, I have a ton of tools sitting right around me. Those of you that are new, my craft room is set up interestingly. My desk is slotted in, and I have bookcases going back that way and over this way, and I have bookcases going back that way and over this way. So it's like this U-shape of bookcases with my desk in the middle of it. So I'm basically sitting distance from just about anything that I own, sort of, kind of, if I can find it, because, I mean, it's also piles and stacks and things. I mean, my room looks like somebody who has mental health issues, but yeah, so I'm really close to just about as you can tell, really close to just about everything that I could possibly want to grab. It's just a matter of whether or not I can find it at the time. See, I got these to test out because somebody said that using curved pointed scissors was really good for making fussy cutting, and I bought those to test, and I haven't tested it yet. All right, let's do another one of these ATC things. I've been sitting here chatting for a while. Let's do another one of these ATC things. All right, so I'm going to try these pens. I don't know how long I've had them, but I found them in a bag today, so I'm going to test these out, and I don't even know, it says 12 pens, and it says they're brush tip. But it looks like they're a really fine brush tip. Oh, wow, look at that. They really are. Look how tiny that brush tip is. Oh, no. Sorry, I almost had a craft phalange in here. All right, that's a really nice little brush tip. So, I mean, anybody who's been in my live stream for a while, you know exactly what I'm about to draw. And I'm just going to draw it the same way I normally do, just because that's the way I do it. But let's try these little brush tip pens. Oh, wow, these are super fine brush tips. Oh, it really does act like a brush tip. It's kind of a hybrid between a brush tip and a ballpoint, one of those ultra fine ballpoint pens. These are cool. Oh, I like these. So these would be great for when I want really detailed brush tip stuff. And then these would be great for when I want more vibrant stuff. And these are also acrylic. These are dye ink. So they're two different styles of ink. It says on the back of the pack is that these are dye ink, quick drying dye ink, and these are acrylic. So let's see what happens if I use the two of them together. Ooh, pink. Look, I got pink out. Yay! Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I love these. I love, well, you already know I love these. These are like a million out of one. I mean, a million out of 10 for me, like 2,000 stars from me. I absolutely adore these. I mean, if you watch the live stream where I did these, I did not hold back on my opinion of these marker pens. I absolutely love them. And in the live stream where I'm testing them, I did show you how I got this set, the glitter markers, and then another set that is dual line markers for like $7 or something like that. You'd have to go back and look at it to see how much it was, but I saw something about Stamping Magazine in Barnes & Noble for a Charlie Brown set. Ooh, a Charlie Brown set. I love this. I see if, I don't know. Charlie Brown would be cool. There's some sets that I wouldn't get, but Charlie Brown would be cool. I like Charlie Brown. So here we go. Blah, 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 blah. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. The ultimate flower. This is the same flower that I have been drawing since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, really and truly. I mean, just oh, I wonder. Oh, I have a thought. What happens if I put this down first? All right, so I'm going to put another little flower over here, which I've never actually done before. Look at that. But I'm going to make it a little bud that hasn't opened yet. So it's a little flower bud that hasn't quite opened yet. So there we go. I've never actually done that before. This is a first. This is the absolute very first time I have ever actually added another little flower bud to this. Let that dry. I think that's that's too high, Elena. It was a pack of like 70, but yes, I thought it was high as well. Oh, wait, what are we talking about? Did anybody else see the pencils and gel pens that they were selling at Ollie's for $6.99? Thought that was high. Oh yeah, I remember those. I haven't picked up any of those because yeah, it's really weird to say that it's a high price because that's actually a really good price if you went to another store to pick it up. But we've been so jaded by the whole Ollie's is ultra cheap that we think that's a lot of money. I'm just saying. Doris does not looking mind, just keep looking for it. Hi, Erica. Oh, Erica's in the house. When did Erica come in? Hi, Erica. Hey, welcome to the house. I wish I had Ollies like you have filmed. Ours has very little. Keep going back, Brenda. Some of ours, there's one store here, the Castleberry store is almost always bereft of anything cool. But I did go in there one time recently, and I think the video's up, where they actually had quite a bit of new stuff. So don't give up on it. And also go to as many different Ollies as you have the wherewithal and the spoons and the ability to get to. Because the content varies wildly from store to store to store. And the answer is yes, you can put this dye ink on top of the acrylic. And it does look pretty cool. There we go. All right, I haven't done my butterfly yet. I need a butterfly. We're going to do a blue butterfly. Let's put the butterfly over here. Zip, 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 zip. There we go. There's the butterfly. The same butterfly that I draw every time I draw a butterfly. It's just, this is the one I draw. And we're going to make the little line in yellow. So he's going to go fly that way, and he's going to come around here and go up there and go down there. There we go. There's the butterfly. So there it is. There's the second ATC card, and that's the picture that I draw all the time. So let's get out one of these pens again. We're going to do CCATC0002. There we go. There's the second ever artist trading card ever made by Chatty Crafty. Woot woot! I love the flower drawing. Thank you. Same. I went to 2 of my local Ollies today and spent like $12. Oh no, I'm so sad, Erica. Oh, that's awful. Well, maybe there's a truck on the way that's got like tons and tons of craft stuff just for you. Yes, I think probably way behind the ball on this one. Look at you stepping out of your comfort zone. A second flower. Yeah, right, Brenda? Absolutely. This is historic. This is a historic moment because that is the very first time I have ever added anything to the ground on this. It's always been just the grass, the flower, the butterfly, and the path. I see them on eBay for $120 for 100. Oh, 120 to 150 for the markers. Wow, that's a lot. That really should be your #1 ATC cards because it is so huge. Change the number. See, Valerie, I can't do that because I'm being my authentic self, and it wouldn't be authentic for me to do that. But you're right. This actually should be ATC #1. How about this? This is the one that I'm going to keep. This is the first one. This is probably the only one that I'm going to keep. I'm going to get a little frame for this, and I'm going to put this one up, and I'm going to keep this one. I'll find some way to give the rest of these away to people, but this one I'm going to keep because that's all me. That is totally me. I just got the power strip selling at Ollie's for $7.99. At the Goodwill, they sell new ones for like 99 cents. I don't like Goodwill. They overprice a lot around here. Yeah, I don't like Goodwill for a lot of different reasons. The most important being they price their stuff like they're massive resellers trying to make a ton of money when everything that they get is donated to them, and their CEO gets over $250,000 a year. I have a huge problem with a CEO that makes over $250,000 a year, and then they hire disabled people because by law you don't have to pay disabled people minimum wage. I have a lot of problems with Goodwill. My own personal opinion, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. I am absolutely not going to do that, but I have a lot of problems with Goodwill. A lot of them. I love thrift stores. I don't go into them anymore, but I love them. I love the concept of a thrift store. I just don't like Goodwill. Sadly, I believe it. Excellent job. Ruth has been here from the beginning, but I am sewing. Oh, you've been here from the beginning. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you here from North Carolina. Yeah, I didn't remember. Yay. You're sewing jar openers. Oh, how cool. I bet those are pretty. I know you're in the Chatty Crafty group. If you would please drop a picture of one of your jar openers in there. I would love to see one. I give Ollie's a break because I got the Cricut package for $68.99. Yeah. Another cool thing about Ollie's, $69.99. You corrected it. But another really cool thing about Ollies is if you spend money in there and you give them a phone number and they track you that way, which, yeah, they're tracking you, but they send you 10% off coupons and sometimes 15% off. The Memory Keeper glass mat at the Castleberry store. Yes, that's true. The We Are Memory Keepers glass mat at the Castleberry store was a cool find. I'm right there with you on that. Wow, that's great. That's 11 less than what somebody else posted. I've heard that they have some of those. Yeah, the Cricut Joys really only seem to have made it to the Northeast. I went into the day that they were supposed to be released or the week that they were supposed to be released into the Ollies. I went into 4 different Ollies here in Florida, and nope, not a single one. And I was looking for them, not a single one. So I think that they're more of a Northeastern distribution right now. We have American Thrift Store. That's a cool one. My husband there's one here called The Mission. And when my husband is over on the Orlando side of things, he'll try to go there, but he's not over there very often, but he does like that one. I am a thrifter. Antiquing and thrifting are 2 of my favorite things. There you go. Yeah, I will not buy a used mattress, and I will not buy a used bathing suit, and I will not buy used underwear, and I will not buy a used toothbrush. Otherwise, to me, it's fair game. Just absolutely, completely. I mean, otherwise, it's fair game to me. I have no problem with things that have been used by someone else before I got them, because anything can be cleaned, except, I'm just not going there on the underwear, the bathing suits, the toothbrushes, or the mattress. That's just, no. I have to draw the line somewhere. Haven't seen any in Connecticut. One store got 4 Joys. The other store had shelves full. Oh, you said that before, I believe, or maybe that's somebody else. Maybe there's 2 of you that had that same experience. Definitely not in southwestern Pennsylvania. I'm going to keep an eye out on the flyers in Florida. I have seen where different areas get different ads at different times. Yeah, that's true, Doris. They do. I mean, if you want to see something that's wildly different, look at the sales from Publix across the country, because they are wildly different. And I mean wildly different. Not only the items that they're selling is different, but the price that they're charging for the things is different. Okay, I am going to do some foiling on this one. So I'm going to get my foil out, and I'm going to do some foiling on this one, and I'm going to just do some abstract one now. I'm going to test this again because we tested it last time. I made this pen 2 weeks ago today. So this pen is, 17 days old? No, I can't do math in my head. 14 days old. It's 14 days old. Oh, I can't do math in my head. So I made this. What this is, it's one of those punch down pens that you get that has stuff in them. But I got this empty from Temu. I bought it empty. I have another one on my desk that I haven't filled yet, but it's this idea. It's one of these punch down pens that you get your acrylic paint or your acrylic ink in, and you can fill it with whatever you want. And I happen to fill it with the Mink toner ink. I filled it with this stuff. So this is the Heidi Swap Mink Toner Kit ink that you can use to make foiling things. So I now use this to do my little designs on it. And I'm going to start with and look, it still works beautifully well. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm just going to start with some random squiggly lines along here. And I'm just going to make this, and I'm going to make this as a frame. Ooh, I stuck my finger in it. Darn it. I'm going to make this as a little bit of a frame. Well, let's fix that. There we go. I fixed it right where my finger went through it. There we go. So I'm going to make that as a little frame. And look, it still works beautifully well. Now I have to give that a little moment to dry. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull this thing out. I'm going to dry it. Yeah, pub subs, Doris. You're absolutely right. If you haven't had a pub sub at some point in time, that's a really bad idea, Crafty. There we go. Let's try this. Did y'all see what I did? That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Okay, here we go. That's done. So what are you supposed to do with these ATC cards? Well, it's artist trading cards. You're literally supposed to trade them with people. And so I think that's really cool. Now, I'm going to keep this one. This one is mine. I'm going to frame this and keep it. I'm going to put it somewhere safe and protected in my craft room. One of my very first, in fact, my very first live stream on my channel was called Noob with a Mink. And I broke it. So that's a funny one. If you want to go back and watch a Noob with a Mink, you can watch me break my mink laminator thingy. I got this as a whole kit at an Ollie's for $5 ages ago, like ages and ages and ages ago. I got this whole kit for like $5. But when I was peeling the protective plastic off, it didn't protect it very well, because when I got to this point, it went boing. And so, yeah, Amira and I met in Noob with a Mink. So Amira's been around since like the beginning, and you know, she is just a wonderful, fantastic supporter. Absolutely. I am so pleased and so grateful for Amira, because honestly, if she hadn't been in the group, in the video with me when I was playing with this, if she hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have kept doing these live streams, because I mean, you think I'm nervous and stuff now. Oh, you should have seen me when I did that live stream. Oh my gosh. That was. I'm just going to say it that way. It so was. So I'm going to piece this together, because I don't have one piece that's big enough to cover the whole thing that I just made there. Look at these scissors. I love getting out my scissors. Look at my scissors. If you're looking for these scissors, they are sold on Temu as shears, sheep shearing scissors, or sheep shears, or wool shears. They're not sold as crafting scissors, but I use them as crafting scissors, and I love them so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I've got to get all this stuff out of... See, one of the bad things about this is I store all of my foil in my carrier envelope thingy that I can't remember the name of, because my brain's not cooperating with me right now. So every time I go to use my mink foiler, I have to pull all of my little foil pieces out of that. So there we go. Wait, where's the piece that I cut off? That's not the piece that I cut off. That's not the piece that I wanted. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. One day you will raffle at me as a collector's item. You know it. Oh, you know it. You've gotten so much better on the live streams. Have I? Oh, good. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. I don't think I have, but yay. Go me. Amira was here. Cheers to Amira. Yep, Amira was here. Yeah, I think she's crafting. I think that I am, if I were a betting person, I think that I'm being emotional support background noise for Amira right now. I think she's crafting. And kudos to her. Absolutely huge kudos to her. I mean, self-care is absolutely vital, and I will always support any person's endeavor to discover what they need for themselves, because yes, that is an absolutely vital thing. She has to sign it first. What do I have to sign? Wait, what do I have to sign? What are they? Oh yeah, I'll have to sign. Yeah, I have to sign my broken mink. In fact, sign it across the break. That would be perfect. Let's see. They look more like sheep shearing, neutering scissors. What do I know? They might be sheep neutering scissors. I have no idea, but I do know that they make a fantastically excellent craft scissors with this little jump back spring. Oh, they're wonderful. I love them so much. Okay, here's how much I love them. I actually paid what Temu wanted me to pay for these. Now that says a lot. I actually paid the Temu price for these. It wasn't much. It was like $7.80 or something like that. But I didn't do it through a deal or anything. I actually paid the money for that. All right, I'm going to turn this off and move it away, because I don't need that, because that's the one thing that I was going to foil. See, I'm just using all my stuff on these ATC cards. All right, so here we go, pulling that off. And now I should have foil. There it is. Look at that. I have foiled where I drew that little line. Isn't that the coolest thing? And these right here, this right here came off of Temu, and it wasn't much. It was like $1.50 or something like that. And they had so many different sizes of it. I mean, you've seen the big honkin' 2-inch one. They had 1 inch. They had 1/3 of an inch. They had 1/4 inch. Of course, they don't call it inches. They call it millimeters, but they had like 3 millimeter, 5 millimeter. They had one that was like 0.5 millimeter. It was so cool. I love these. The Cricut Joy I saw in one store, they were selling for $80, and I saw other people get them for $20. Oh my gosh, somebody found a Cricut Joy for $20. Whoa, Ruth, that is so cool. Those scissors, they do look like a weapon. Yeah, 20. Yeah, Doris is right there with me on that. Wait, what pen is that? This pen right here is one that I got off of Temu. It's like those ink markers where you have to push down on them to activate the ink to come out of them, but they sell them empty on Temu. I don't know what they're called. I honestly have no idea. Just search for empty acrylic marker pen, something other. I don't know what they're called. I'll stick it in the Chatty Crafty group on Facebook when I find the name for it, so you can search for it. I can't link it there because my Chatty Crafty group doesn't allow for links, because I'm so anti-scammer, and that's one of the ways that people scam people is they put up bogus links. But yeah, so it's an empty one of those pens, and all I did was fill it with the Mink. I lost it. Oh, surprise, surprise, I lost it. There it is. All I did was fill it with the Mink toner ink. And so, I mean, that's literally what it does. And I just drew out these little squiggly lines that seem to be so popular, and I just foiled them through my Mink laminator, and it's just the coolest thing. And there's no waste in this. That's one of the things that I really did not like about this Mink toner kit. Because this was the ink that came in the toner kit, and it said to use like a quarter of the bottle, and you got an hour to use it, and anything that you didn't use was wasted, and I did not like that idea at all. So I've been working on other things. I did try using a fountain pen that could be filled with the Mink toner, but we have discovered that I am no good, like no good at using a fountain pen that you fill. Somewhere in this house I have the dip ones, but I haven't found them yet, so I want to try those when I find them again. And then I have a couple other ideas, and there's going to be some Wednesday when I do Mink toner, because I've done 3 lives that were new with a Mink toner kit, and I'm done doing my Friday night lives as Mink toner kits. But yeah, that's where I got that stuff, and it's really, really cool. And this works really, really well. And look at that. And like I said, they have different thicknesses of this. If I got a little teeny tiny 1mm one, those would be really small squiggly lines on my little ATC there. All right, let me put all my foil away before I lose it. Like I said, this is one of the drawbacks to me using foil. And I keep these little sheets because, doggone it, I'm determined to get every little bit of foil off of them that I can. So they all sit in this little carrier pouch thing right there. You know it, Jessica Fletcher. Jessica Fletcher approved. Woot, woot. Let's see, Erica, you are absolutely correct. Those scissors are at every crime scene Saturday night special. Haha, no, absolutely no pressure. Let's see, I would use that with a stencil. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, I have to try that with a stencil one day. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm busy making my little ATC cards. So now that I've got this, now I have to do something else with this. And what other design stuff do I have? I know what I have. I have inks that I can sit there and I can blot together. Let me find ones that have little brushes with them already. So I got this ink that has its own brush. So right there, that one doesn't have its own brush yet. And I've got this ink that has its own brush already. Woo! Look, coming out. All right, got this ink. Oh, no, come on out, Mr. Ink. Come on, come on, come on. So I've got this ink. That's 2 blues. Let's see, I've got this one that has its own color. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the... so that's an orangey one. And then that's another blue one. I don't really want another blue one. Let's see what I've got over here on this side. Ooh, gotta move some stuff. My pile that has... My piles that have piles and more piles. Here we go. This one right here. So we've got a red one now. That's a Distress Oxide one. And because it's a moral imperative, we're going to get out the Kitsch Flamingo because that's just a moral imperative. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to blend it in, and then I'm going to put a stamp on top of it. Where's the red one? There we go. So this one goes right here. I'm just playing right now. I mean, I hope you all realize that. So there's a little bit of that there. We'll do that. Let's see. I don't think the fountain pen was the user error. I would think that was Temu selling poo. It might have been, Valerie. It might very well have been Temu selling poo. I don't have a whole lot of misses from Temu, but yes, there have definitely been some misses from the items that I got from Temu. There's a hair in that. Apparently Baby Bear's been in my little brush compartment. So there we go. There's that. So we've got that going on. Push that down and then push this in. So these are all supposed to be oxide inks. So all the ones that I pulled are oxide inks. So they're supposed to be water reactive. Oh, Valerie. Oh, Valerie. I wonder what Chatty Crafty's planning on this now. So we'll put this over here like that. So there. Doris, I thought her name was engraved on them, lol. I don't think I've been noob with an engraving pen. Oh, goodness. That has the potential to be funny. Noob with an engraver pen. That's next week live. And then Valerie's got the no going because the mister has come out. The spritzer is on the table. Noob with the homicidal scissors. Yeah, that actually kind of works too there, you know. They are very, very, very scary looking scissors. I will give you that one big time. Wow, that ink is almost the exact same color as the paper. Look, you can tell that there is something there, like right there you can see it's darker than in other spots, but that ink is almost the exact same color as the paper. Now where's my little thing for this? I keep these in their little containers. I cut the icky stick. Oh, I didn't get the icky sticky off of this one. Ew. All right, I cut the icky sticky off, but I keep the little pouches that they come in because it just makes it easier to keep them, to keep everything else in my craft room clean because, well, we know me. I mean, look at my craft room. Oh my goodness gracious. I really, really, really do. I want to see I want to see 6 inches beyond the camera for all of those other online crafters that have such beautiful little work areas because I really think that that would be telling. I really think that that would show a lot of truth and information about the people if you just saw the next 6 inches. She's an equal opportunity teacher. I agree. I think that fountain pen was just low quality. You do need to use the correct pen nib with the correct ink as well. The ink that was in that was thick, I believe. Yeah, it was thick, which is why I really want to try the dip pens. I think the dip pens will work much better. Either the glass one. I have a glass one somewhere, but I bought that so long ago I couldn't even begin to tell you where it is. All right, now this is another idea that I had with all of my stuff. I also got these from Temu, but I got these, not these, I got these for one very specific reason. There we go. I actually got 2 of them. I got them for a penny for both of them. They're supposed to be cake makers, but I don't use silicone to make my cakes. But look at that. I can just sit that in there and I can wet it down, and look at that. All of the water is contained in here, and look, look, look. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. All right, so there we go. So I've got this little tiny little background going. All right, I'm going to dry that off some because it's a little too wet for me to put a stamp on right now. Wait, no! No, I did not mean to hit hide, Erica. You have to retype what you just said because I deleted it. Sorry. Oh, wait, where does it say view deleted message? Okay, there we go. Nope. Oh, well, it is what it is. What you said is I have a sign in my craft room that says sexy women have messy craft rooms. There we go. Right on. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Okay. I really like my heat gun. In case those of you who haven't figured it out, I really like my heat gun. All right, now I need something that's really cool. I need a really cool stamp. I'm going to heat emboss this one, so I just need a really cool one. Ooh, maybe that one. Oh, I like that one a lot. Woo! These I did not get from Temu. These came from when Amazon first started their, we're going to compete with Temu, so we're going to have this really cheap stuff that you have to wait a week and a half to get. I got this from there for like half price. Does this fit in there? Oh, it does. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Where's my little, oh, darn it. I lost it again. Medics and fire department must be thinking we know where to go to practice. There you go. My sign says crafting because murder is wrong. I love that. That's awesome. That's really good. I can't find my thingy. I have lost my stamping platform thingy again. No, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. See, if I sigh long enough and loud enough, eventually it shows up. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to try this. My sign says, I like yours better. Mine says, do not disturb. The sign is for your safety. That's good. I like that one, Valerie. That one's really good. All right, so now I need to make this, and I'm going to use, I'm going to use the pink. I'm definitely going to use the pink on this. Ah, no! I just got pink all over my nightgown. I now have a pink nightgown. Oh my gosh, how silly is that? Oh, goodness gracious. Here we go. All right, so that's done. Now I'm going to have to line this up as carefully as I can and get the stuff out of the way so that I can get the stamp down without having to worry about other stuff in the way and not get my head in there and put this down like right about, oh, fingers crossed I get this in the right place. There we go. Oh, I hope that's the right place. Oh, press it down, press it down, press it down. Press, 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 press. In all of this, I lost my little pressy thing. I have a little pressy thing to use for these stamps, but I mean, it's in here somewhere. I don't know where. I have got to organize this craft room. I really do. I try and I fail at it miserably all the time. There we go. All right, so now I've got that down. Now I'm going to try to do the embossing thing again. So let's see how well this works. I don't know how well this one's going to work because the actual paper is actually still a little bit wet. Oh, this could be funny. Let's hope it works better than I'm thinking it will, because like I said, the actual paper is still a little bit wet. Oh, okay, this one's going to suck. I'm just going to tell you flat out, this one's going to suck. It's cute, it's fun, but I really think it's going to suck. Really bad, just totally bad. Just really bad. I just don't have any high hopes for this one. I am going to emboss it. I'm going to use my heat gun because I love my heat gun, but this sucks. She got messy and used the spritzers. Easy bingo, I win. There you go. There you go. All right, so and look, I'm still not using my tweezers. Oh, wait, are those my tweezers? Oh, I found my tweezers. I am going to use my tweezers for this. Yay. You had a misty. I need a misty. I don't know what a misty is. Let's see. That's going to be shiny. I hope so. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens when we do this. It's supposed to be two cats sitting around a really pretty little thing, but I have no idea what's going to come of this. I really, really don't. Because just no idea. Wow, I still managed to burn myself even using the tweezers. I am talented. I'm telling y'all, I am just talented. There is a level of talent in this room that's just unbelievable. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to melt some. Ow! And curl so that it's running it down by my hands. Oh, there it goes. Okay, woo! There we go. Now we got meltage going on. Nice. Apparently I had to dry the paper completely before it would melt. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not great, but it's not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be. I mean, there is more embossing powder on the actual image than there is on the rest of the card, but there's definitely embossing powder on the rest of the card. There we go. Oh, goodness. Look, you can see how much embossing powder I got on this. Oh, my goodness gracious. This one's so silly. Oh, well, you know, it wouldn't be a chatty crappy if I didn't have a fail at least once in the stream. Oh, my goodness gracious. Although, you know what? I actually kind of like that. Ow! Burnt myself again and wasn't even pointing it at me. Misties are great. A Misty is a stamping platform with hinges. So, oh, I've seen those. I have something like it. It's not a Misty because it's not hinged, but it's actually a stamping platform because it's got holes in it that you can line up on the little spikes. So, I mean, I can get it in exactly the same position every time. I just don't think about it. I mean, I have it. I don't think about it. I don't know. I'm just silly. I am a silly, silly person. Although I have lost one of my little pins. No, there's 3 of them. Okay. But yeah, so I have that, but I don't know. Kind of looks very, I kind of like it. It does look very artistic. Now, obviously it's a little warped right now, but you can kind of see that there's 2 little cats around kind of a sort of a starburst looking pattern thing. It's not horrible. It's not great. It's not horrible. Oh, I missed a part. Hold on. There's a part that didn't get melted. Whoop. And as long as I've got the embossing powder on there, I may as well melt it because why not? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh dearie my. Oh, for those of you that are new to the Chatty Crafty live streams, yeah, this is pretty much how they go. This is, yeah, par for the course. This is what I do, and this is what we do, and this is how we interact with each other, and this is the fun that we have. Really and truly. And every Friday night at 9:30, ow! That was hot. In case you were wondering, that was hot. Every Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which now it's Eastern Daylight Time because this is the last time it's Eastern Standard Time. But Especially when I'm making, okay, most incredible stamping tool invention is the Misty, especially when I'm making Halloween and Christmas cards that are all the same. Oh, that's cool. Oh, those are cats. Yeah, they are. They're cats. Let's see if I can find the actual package that this came from, because no, I lost it again. It's just a bunch of little cats that have different designs on them, and this is the one that I use. That is what that's supposed to be. Right there. Oh, that's upside down, but that is what that is supposed. Oh, I did it upside down. I should have had the double line at the bottom. Like that's the only problem with this. But there we go. So that's it right there. That's so cool. That is really cool. I mean, I really like that. Obviously, I did not execute it well, but I really do like that. That's really cool. So if you're going to do this and you do it with a wet technique, my suggestion would be to let it completely dry before you put embossing powder on it, because then the embossing powder won't stick to everything. It will only stick to what you actually wanted it to stick to. Just in case you weren't already aware of that, which I'm pretty sure just about everybody was, but no, Chatty had to test it out and find out. So Chatty did it that way. So funny. So funny. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, getting rid of that. Bye-bye. Go away. Shoo, 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 shoo. Gotta clean this off and put it away before I lose it, because I still have this one that's bouncing around that sticks to my platform, my stamping block thingy, because I can't find the set of stamps that it came from. So every time I use my stamp block, I have to pull that one off and put it back on. That one we used a few weeks ago. This is the one that says my photo is fabulous or something like that. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I got to put that away before that dries out. Where's the lid? There it is. Okay. I'm concerned that your heat gun doesn't have a heat guard. I have no, this is actually a Stampin' Up! Heat gun. I don't know if it was supposed to have a heat guard or not. This is one of the very few name brand things that I have. I did not buy this from Temu, although they do sell them, but I did not. I decided that I was not going to buy something that got this hot from Temu. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You know, I do have my limits on how much I will save on Temu, because, you know, there's got to be, I got to draw the line somewhere. Love the foil and laminate together. Yes, very much so. Yes, yes, please set it off to the side when you, so you don't hit it and end up while you, and hit the end while you are hovering above. Oh no, the end button is way up here. The end button is actually, I have to go up over the top and do it, if you're talking about the end of the stream button. Part of her Rorschach test series. There we go. Hi, Amira. Yay, you're back. Welcome back, Amira. I was just assuming that you were using this as emotional support background noise, but welcome back. Yay, yay, yay. It's probably older, maybe prior to them having heat guards. It might be. I got it. Where did I get this? I got this with a lot of stuff that I got, a lot of Stampin' Up! Stuff, and like a whole big supply, not a lot. It was like a bunch of things put together. It had like a couple of stamps, and it had an embossing machine, like I needed another one, but it had this, and this was what I was actually going for. Yes, we did miss you, Amira. I agree, Valerie. No, the very, very hot nozzle. Oh, the very, very hot nozzle piece. Oh, okay. So, okay. Hi, Amira. Okay, so there we go. So, yep. Oh no, oh no, I mixed these up. Which one? Okay, the pink goes with the Kitsch Flamingo. I know that. Where'd Kitsch Flamingo go? Okay, I have to put these away. I have got to put my stamp pads away as soon as I use them. Otherwise, I lose all the little, I lose which pads they go with. And see, now I've got a problem with, I've got two blues down here, and I'm not really sure which of these little markers goes with which one. But you know what? They're so close that I don't really think it's going to matter. So I'll just put them back the way they go. Whichever one they end up with, that's the one they have now. You know, just go with the flow. Put that away. Put that away. There we go. Put that away. Dun, 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 dun. And put that away. Hold on. I'm just trying to put away all my little ant pads. Yes, they're ant pads. They have little six-legged bugs running around my room. They're little ant pads. Wait, what's that one? Why doesn't that one have one? Excuse me. Oh, I haven't gotten that out yet. Okay, sorry. I got sidetracked again. It's so easy for me to get so sidetracked. It's like so super easy. Oops. There we go. All right, put them away. Good. Okay. Ta-da! So I need to sign the back of this one. This one is so silly. I mean, it's not horrible. In person, it's not horrible by any means of the imagination, but it's just not great. Oh, I dropped a pen. Oh no, can't do that. Can't lose my pens. Need my pens. I'm going to use one of these to sign the back of this one, so they're not going to be signed all the same. Let's see, it goes this way. So turn it over, and then this is CC ATC 0003. Ta-da! I really like these pens too. These pens are nice. These are the Arteza ones. Again, Arteza is wonderful. Absolutely love Arteza. Really, really do. These actually do have paint tips, have brush tips, but they're small brush tips, so they're great for detail. Oh my gosh, I love these. I highly recommend these. These get another 11 out of 10. Oh my goodness gracious, I love Arteza. So, oh goodness, let's see. Oh, I got more spoons. Okay, so got to go for the night. Have a good night, Sherry. Yes, indeed. I'm about to log off for the night too because I've made it to an hour and 17 minutes of my. I try to be under an hour live stream so that people watch them later. It never happens that way. I'm so bad about this. So good night, Sherry. Good night, everybody. I'm going to say signing off now too. Cheers. Happy crafting to everybody. Remember, you are incredibly valuable and you are incredibly appreciated. And I cannot say thank you enough to each and every one of you. I really can't. So, and remember, you're going to hear this 30 seconds after I sign off. So I'm going to be able to see what you say, but I'm not going to be able to react to it. It was wonderful to see everybody in here and everybody who was interacting with the live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. So thank you, everybody. Good night. Bye.